Dum.
Playing. Playing.
Everybody put your hands together. Come on.
You're good at hokey pokey. Yeah.
Yes, Linda?
What?
Huh?
Nothing?
What was that?
It was a thing.
Nothing. That kind of scared me. It's not like I haven't heard that intro before.
Right.
Wow.
Did we imprint that name of the show into your brain yet, everyone?
Oh.
But the thought never even entered my mind. Tmi Show. Never entered my mind at all. Tmi Show.
I think I might have to watch it again just to make sure I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, one more time might just do it.
Yeah, make sure you rewatch that intro over and over again, everyone.
Over and over and over.
Just to make sure you get it right.
Hi, people.
Hi.
Oh my God. What? Am I turning into K? Oh, no. Wow.
Who's that?
Who's what?
You couldn't be.
Oh, Will.
That would never happen.
Our favorite little puppy found his way. Yay.
Yeah. He did. Holy shit, a talking rabbit. Brandy. Hello, Tina.
We got a wheel.
Brainless. Dave.
The wheel of fetishes.
Ooh.
Yay.
Hello.
There are some things on this wheel. I have the definitions written down just in case we need to refer to them for any reason. Although I don't think it will be necessary. Anyway.
I don't remember them by their real names. So yeah, some of these I'm going to have to Google, or some of them you may have to. I know what almost all of them are, but there's two that I'm not 100% sure what it is. But yeah.
Which is the one that has to do with tickling?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was a
You
good
mean the
question.
actual nomenclature?
Hi, dog.
I don't think that's up there.
You mean name and number? Oh, my phone's ringing. Does anyone hear my phone ringing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now that you
And
mention
who is
it,
I think it's a car dealership.
you don't have a car.
Yeah. Well, I have a truck. So, to them.
In the shape of a bicycle.
In the shape of a bicycle.
Yep.
Anyway,
Oh.
yeah. So it's the fetish edition.
Yes. Surprise.
Are you surprised? I'm surprised.
I'm very surprised.
Well,
I'm
I actually.
very surprised.
I'm surprised every day I wake up.
You're surprised. Oh, yeah. Well,
Me too, because I'm an old fart.
No.
That's pretty much a given.
I get surprised awake. Can you say that?
My phone.
Kaya comes and licks me in the face. Mommy, time to get up.
Aww.
She's getting so big too.
Hell yeah.
Bigger than Milo.
Yep. Milo can walk under Kaya. Oh, hi Tanner. It's okay.
Nope. Someone's
Let's
calling
see,
me.
I see Chrissy in there. Hi, sweetie. I also see Tina and Tanner. Hi, guys.
Yeah. Hey, CRISPR.
Hey.
I don't know anyone in Vermont. Someone's
Well, I
calling
know
me.
Chrissy's here. They're one of my pets, so they better be here.
Oh, Harmonica Man's here. Never Again's here.
Oh,
Yeah, Sandy. Oh, hi.
Duck Fearsome.
Yeah.
Skydiver
I
Tanner.
hope we got
Yeah.
we doubled the number.
Christmas. Wow.
Thanks all you guys for showing up.
Hello,
Yeah.
Minimal Chaos.
Really? Here's my other pet. Both of them decided to come and join.
Nice. Brain bug?
Oh, Minimal Chaos.
Not brain bug. I mean
Yeah,
brain.
Minimal Chaos is my other pet.
Brainless.
Okay.
She's out. She's supposed to be out doing chores right now.
Oh, cheating.
But I'll let her give
I
it. I'll
wag
give her a
my
pass.
finger.
What? Brainless.
We'll as soon as we hear the word, we'll get the show
Oh yeah.
this thing going.
Nips.
Nips. Spin backwards, so there you go.
Woo!
Morphophilia.
Morphophilia.
Okay.
Any idea, anyone?
No.
Nobody's going to take a swing at this one.
Changing. Something changing.
Mm-hmm.
Being transformed
Morphophilia.
into something.
Yeah, philia against something changing. Changing body? Changing body parts?
Oh yeah. You're right on. You're on target with that one. That's a ding ding ding. Definitely.
I love being ding ding ding.
Yeah.
So
Don't we all?
You're a
Yes, we
ding
do.
ding.
I am positive Tanner is not going to take that one out of context whatsoever later on. Soundbite that. Yeah, no.
The actual definition, which I got from a website, which was provided by our very own Slim Cyborg,
Yeah.
is people with this fetish are attracted to bodies and body parts that are different from the norm. They might enjoy amputees, dwarves, or people with other deformations. I don't know if dwarves is acceptable to say.
How about somebody with a split tongue?
yes.
Sure. That'll work.
Ah,
Sure, that'll work. Yeah.
okay.
So that's what that morphobia, I guess that more.
So the only thing I can bring to the table
Morphophilia.
for this,
Morphophilia.
I have had an attraction to people with missing limbs. I don't know if it was specifically. It's not specifically because of the limb was missing, but I have had partners that were missing something, and to me that was attractive. Not the only reason I was attracted to them, obviously, but yes. And then I have an attraction towards little people. So I know a couple little people like in Las Vegas that I follow on Instagram and stuff. I had a little person in my troop for a year and a half, but him and I wasn't attracted to him. But I don't have more of these things are more of like the fetishization of it. So I couldn't say that I have this.
Woohoo!
That was some powerful
What was
vibes.
that?
I needed that.
Okay, that's
Who's
up. Who was
vibrating?
it? Who's having fun? Come on, let us know.
Hi. No, I'm kidding.
Ed, I knew it was you.
Oh, that innocent voice.
See,
Other hand. Here you go.
Morphophilia. Well,
but would that be specifically because of that then, huh? Because of...
I think so.
So I guess
never
you could.
thought about that.
So I guess you could say somebody who's attracted to big butts or oversized body parts. I guess.
Oh.
Or
Big butts, big boobies,
yeah, a big nose.
big
If
noses.
I can cover my face, which is pretty easy to do.
Big noses. Mm-hmm.
See, I kind of just like people for people, not always specific things.
Parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with Ed on this one.
Like,
You
obviously,
humans are weird to me. I don't know.
I don't know what to think about this.
because there's people I will find more attractive. I mean, if they look like they can kill me, I'll probably be game. like,
What?
as much as I can look after myself, I like somebody who will make me feel safe.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
She thinks serial killers are cute, or horror movie killers are cute.
Just a bit.
Like Jason. Sorry, no. Who's got the mask? The hockey mask.
Yeah, that's Jason.
That's
Is it
Jason.
okay? Yeah. So she has a thing for Jason, right?
Yeah, well, he just wanted people to have safe sex, and they weren't doing it.
I think there may be something on the wheel pertaining to that type of
Oh
thing.
dear.
So
So
that
Nips.
might be.
So Nips.
Ooh.
Yeah, I hate to say it, I'm kind of with Brandis on this one. No, you like serial killers, Ed.
Stuffing. Stuffing. Not Thanksgiving stuffing either.
Oh.
I'll have to defer to our expert, Slim Cyborg, on this one, because I don't know what that is. I read it.
That's not stuffing things into certain.
Maybe.
Hoo-ha.
Maybe. Could be.
What? No. Let's ask the expert. What is it, Slim? What is it?
Okay. I had to look it up because I was misconstrued on what I thought it was. Actually, and I believe I'm going the correct way. This is where you overfeed people so that they gain more weight. And it's a feeding thing. It's a feeding fetish where you take somebody and you get them to gain weight from overfeeding them.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah. At first, I thought it was kind of like fisting, but then I thought, no, it's not putting things into somebody. It is feeding them over. Yeah. So And I have no, I've never really been into that, and I've only seen it a couple times, and usually it's not very attractive to me.
Right.
Let's put it that way.
Nah.
Yeah, can't really relate to that one too much.
No,
Sorry, but I'm not here either.
It's usually, I think somebody he puts on like a diaper, and then somebody else just keeps feeding them food, and they get all messy with it, and it's a foodie thing.
Yeah, it's kind of I think I saw a documentary about this couple who was like doing that. They were feeding each other and just like getting off on it, like making each other fat. It was just the strangest thing.
I've heard of a person having medical problems from that because she was overeating too much for her fans on sites, and she had a lot of medical problems that came from it. I'm not 100% sure if it was the heart attack or what failed, but it's a very, just like a lot of fetishes, they can be dangerous if you're not practicing them in the correct way.
Definitely.
Hello.
Hello, Micro.
It appears a little raptor appeared.
It's Micro.
Hello.
Hi, Micro.
I didn't want to interrupt the information. Cool story.
Well, if you're interested in the website where I got the ideas for the wheel, and the website was also provided by Slim, I'll put it in the chat so you guys can check it out for yourselves.
Yeah, it's a really interesting piece that I found. 386 examples of fetishes, I think, is what it's called. So there found 300 different types, and that's I mean, there's way more, but that's pretty well versed.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's not totally comprehensive, but what list would be? I mean, come on.
I've only done half of them, so I mean,
Only half. Come on.
No, you're right. I've probably done almost all of them. You're right. I've tried almost everything.
Are you sure?
When you work for a fetish dungeon, you end up getting to try almost everything you want to try. For these dungeons that I worked for in the past, certain nights were certain fetish nights. So you would have a medical night, and so if you wanted to go see that, you could go there, and then you'd watch people play out scenes performing in that genre of fetish. So anything I wanted to go to because I worked for them, they would let me in for free. So a rope tying class came up, and I would just go so I could learn more, and then I got to talk to the people, on both sides, the rope tire and then the tie-e, the top and the bottom, or the dom and the sub, or however they went about calling themselves, because that's a whole nother thing to get into on what partners call each other and how they have names for each other, or what representation they use for their partnership or the family that they're in, because if there's a lot of people together, then it's okay.
Yeah, no, there's a lot to be unraveled in that whole little area.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that may be a whole subject just on its own.
Oh, easily.
Yeah. Well, it's great. That's why you're here, Slim, because you have a unique insider's perspective on all this, which is, it helps me because I don't know what the hell this is. You know what I mean? This is all
and
nothing. It's informative to me. If anything, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but.
And then I worked in a porn store for 2 years, and we had the booths in the back, and we had 2 glory holes connecting booths. So I've been around the scene a lot.
Right. Wow. Well, that's not something I've ever encountered in my life. or sought after. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's a very interesting concept. I never sought it out, but I went to go work for my friend's company, and they had me work at a certain shop that had them, and so I was introduced to them. And cleaning them is not fun. Let me tell you that.
Oh,
No.
I can only imagine.
Well, cheers to that.
Yeah.
But I'm from New York City. Believe me, I've walked into the porn shops just as a novelty to just go, oh, look at this, and I seen the booths in the back, and I just, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Even though it's really funny, the laws behind it, and certain things, you can do certain things back there, but you can't, and it's really hilarious, the legality of it, because technically it's not legal.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be doing that. Not in New York City. I don't know about now, but back then it was different. Today it's totally different over in New York. So it's nothing like it used to be. I used to be walking around in New York City, in Manhattan. I used to be, what do they call? People used to walk up to me and ask me to do things with them. And I'm like, what?
Prostitutes, escorts.
Yeah, they would ask.
Like
I'd be walking around by myself in Manhattan doing whatever, and people would come up to me, and I've had that happen numerous times.
Donald Trump.
It's like strange, but Donald Trump. Oh, please!
don't go there. Don't go there.
No.
Run away! Run away!
It's like
Hide.
I gotta protect myself from Donald Trump.
Well, speaking of that, I think nips. I think that calls for nips.
Nips?
Yeah.
Well, nips aren't super kinky.
Nips.
Nips, baby. Nips.
Oh, I didn't hide choice.
Nips.
Hang on, I gotta. There we go. Oh, there's a good one.
Yay! Sit on my face and tell me that you love me.
Well,
Let me just say right from the beginning, I have no problems with it. None whatsoever.
yeah, the sitter. You're the sitter or the city. Are you the face or the sitter?
I guess
Either or?
I would be the face.
You'd be the face.
I'd be the face.
All right.
Oh.
Well, does anyone have anything they want to?
Am I blushing?
Yes, you are.
It's not really my thing.
Well, guess which one I am then.
Thinking about it. You know that emoji? That's the emoji.
Oh yeah, that.
Thinking about it, face sitting. Think about it.
My comment is that I don't know. It's not my thing, and I don't know that much about it.
Face sitting. Well, you see, face sitting. I wouldn't request like, "Hey, I want to sit on your face." I wouldn't do that to anybody. I don't know. I wouldn't want to put my butt on someone's face. But then
I
again,
think you were doing it wrong, Harmonica Man.
Yeah.
that's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me. I'm sorry. But I'm not averse to, like, say my partner at the time or whatever wanted to sit on my face.
Yeah.
I would think I would oblige. Does that make sense?
Well, that
Yeah,
sounds like a
that
yes
makes
to
sense.
me.
That's not a fetish thing, though. For me, that wouldn't be a fetish thing. That would be more like pleasing my partner because they wanted to sit on my face.
Yeah.
Maybe they have the fetish.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be my fetish, something that I wanted to do exclusively. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
I do have one thing to sort of say about this. I remember a lot of my ex. She was always very scared to sit on my face because she's a little bit bigger than me, and so she was absolutely terrified that she would squish me. And I feel like, yeah, I know, very Also, I wanted squished a little bit. Also, I feel like some people out there will need to hear if somebody's saying sit on my face and you're like, I want to, but I'm scared I'm going to swish you or drown you. It's okay.
Oh,
it's okay. You're not going to squish or drown me.
Shit.
Well, it's not like.
Why are you wiggling that much?
Well, come on. I mean, realistically, you don't just plop down and that's it. You know?
No.
Can I please come out for a breather?
We're not talking about. Yeah, we're not talking about.
Give me a snorkel.
Wait, but we're not talking about.
You can have a straw.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just wanted to clarify. Like, do it. Sit on that face. Be the queen or king or person you need to be. If you feel like you're comfortable with that, do it.
Yeah.
Well, see,
you're not gonna.
it's the same thing comes with the safe word or having signals. So if I am smacking your butt when you're sitting on me, then maybe that means to sit up a little bit more. Or what I normally do is I just put the person where I want them, kind of. I know that's not always the case for everybody, but that's what I usually do. Is I just I'll put you here, and then when I want to move you, I'll move you away. So, just remember, you do need air.
Yeah, I normally use the triangle.
Air.
That's helpful.
It's not fun to pass out doing that. It's.
Although one time I did think I was going to drown, and it was very scary for just that moment.
Getting waterboarded by a vagina, that's pretty kinky.
Like, if this is how I die, so be it. Que sera, sera. What else do you want to be snuggled in a beautiful lady's thighs?
If I start turning purple in different colors, just get off. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, I will tap out. I will if I
Tap
need
out,
to.
yeah. Uncle.
Although it'd be more like
I think face sitting is illegal in the UFC. Just saying.
Yeah. MMA, it's illegal in MMA to face it. So.
Oh right.
MMA.
All right. Okay. I thought you meant. Right.
I wanted to
My
try
legs
that.
got in the way there. I thought you said USA. I was like, what?
We digress.
So that would be funny if somebody came up with a snorkel for that exact thing.
I'm sure they have.
Yeah,
Google it.
In your mouth, though.
Google it.
It's probably a thing. I'll have to Google it and see. I'm sure there is some kind of.
Or you could probably just fashion one on your own.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What, plastic straws up your nose?
No, you need like an oxygen mask attached to it or something.
Yeah, there you go. A vibrator, oxygen mask.
Yeah,
this is where those scuba lessons actually come in handy.
Oh.
I see nips in the chat.
By the way, is hentai an actual thing, or did someone misspell hentai?
Zentai is a thing.
Okay.
Hentai is a thing. It may be misspelled. You could be correct on that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Tapophilia?
Tapinphilia. Tapinphilia.
You like to be poked or what?
Tapinphilia.
Tapinphilia. Something like that.
Oh.
This has something to do with
I found it on an excessive interest in graves and cemeteries.
So it's kind of tapping on what we just talked about, except for there's no other person in this case. So it's being the fetish of being buried alive or wanting to be buried alive. So kind of like getting suffocated by somebody sitting on your face, but it's different.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
I'll sit this one over.
She'll sit there. I don't blame you.
Yeah, because at first it sounded like you were saying someone who likes to sit on their own face.
Yeah.
Which really didn't make sense to me.
No, it would kind of be like being suffocated, being put in a box to be feeling like you're being buried alive. I think that's part of it, is the pseudo suffocation of being put in a box. And then the darkness and then the tightness of feeling it around you, I think is what their attraction to it is. And then, of course, having the vampire that opens it up and sucks your blood, right?
Oh, see that's good.
Yeah, that could be.
Is that a different fetish? Oh, that's probably a different fetish.
Probably a different fetish.
That's a different fetish, okay.
But I see how it couples together. It could couple together.
People like taffy.
Skydiver in the chat.
Yeah, I like that fetish better. Yeah.
Tapping that ass fetish, huh? Tapping that.
Ow!
Tapping that.
You know how many clips we can get from this show alone? Just in what? 30 minutes?
What are you doing? What's Tana doing?
I think this also encapsulates mummification as well, maybe. Where you like to be bound, not by rope, but wrapping. Because I think part of this is for being held or being tight.
Okay. No, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Some people.
Brainless found the snorkel.
Yeah, I'm not going to click that link.
I'm clicking.
Click at your own risk, people.
I'm clicking it.
Glow in the dark? What the?
No, when you're doing that, you want the lights on, people. Just better off with the lights on. I mean, I would want to be able to see what I was doing. So being in the dark, that's a delicate operation.
So you want night vision goggles attached to that?
Wow, that would be outrageous.
Snorkel, yeah. I'm going scuba diving.
Yeah.
$18.99. Yeah, and $150 for postage. Oh, you want it tomorrow?
Yeah.
$2,000. All right.
Okay, good to know, Tanner.
What, Tanner?
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Hi.
Hi, Tanner.
Enter at your own risk.
I can't get
It was hilarious.
The price has gone down. How could that be? I guess demand was low.
The picture they're showing isn't very sexual. It more looks funny.
That's why I'm so giggling.
Oh. Whoops.
You
Wrong
click
one. Oh, do you now, Chris?
For research, yeah. That's a good one.
Really?
Yeah.
now?
Yeah. What kind of research there?
Research.
I mean, you
Yeah, but
gotta explore your options.
isn't the lack of oxygen part of the whole thing with the sitting on the face? Just wondering.
So
Isn't
then
that
it's
part
not
of
supposed to be a
think
really
so,
good thing. It's
necessarily.
saving lives.
Right.
Doc is asking
Well-
question.
For science.
For science?
Hi.
For science, really. Oh my
Curly,
God.
Curly, what question are you answering?
Gee, hi, Ox. Glad you could show up, Ox. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hi, sweetie.
Hello, hello, hello.
Nothing unusual going on here. Just the usual
No,
bit
no,
of Tmi
nothing
show.
to see here. Move
Nothing
along. Move
unusual.
along.
So there's
Just
thing
the
to
usual.
see. It's just that we're acting like normal.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Just the TMI show. Nothing
Normal.
to
Yeah.
see here.
Yes.
Whatever that is.
Question.
What?
Doc,
Okay, I can hear it, but she sounds really far away.
no, I'm small, not
No, come back.
Oh no! You're
Come
a little
back,
bunny.
Doc is asking a question. They're saying, would crawling into a giant's vagina be tapherma? The word I can't
Tappa. Yeah.
Tapophilia.
What it,
Tapophilia.
Tappa.
it
I
could
think
be.
maybe.
Maybe.
But that
Yeah.
might also be like
Ooh. Hey, demon.
Sounds to me like a 2-for-1 thing there.
that might also be like part of being birth fetish. If that well, it is one, but I don't know what it's called.
Vor is being eaten. Maybe it's like
You've born again a new
Did
meaning.
you just say there's a being born fetish? Oh,
Well, there has to be, right? There's
Yeah,
the
there
birth
is.
oh
fetish.
Yeah.
Yeah, there actually is. Not one that I'm into, but again, if
Yeah,
it
I'm
is
not
something you
either.
enjoy, I fully support you in enjoying it.
Yep.
It's not my thing either, but it's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It is a thing, actually.
Damn, I've led a very sheltered life.
Indeed.
yeah. Me too.
Tampophilia, really?
I think it falls under some kind of pregnancy fetish. I'm not sure.
There's.
I'm not the expert.
Whoops.
Pony play in the wheel.
Slim is going home.
Oh dear.
Oh.
What?
Going home. He was at work. He's driving home now. He's gonna join again when he's back home.
All right, Slim. Good to know.
Okay, so who is going to sit on our face? Oh, he's gone.
For you, Micro, I would sit on your face, Micro.
Aw, thanks. I would let you. It's not my kink.
Yay!
I would sit on your face.
Yeah, we could do other things.
You're offering to sit on people's faces?
We could do other things.
Yeah, I'll sit on your face.
House did say I could get a girlfriend.
Yay.
Oh, trust me, there's a lot of things you can do with a raptor.
Huh? Oh, you'd sit on Raptor's face too?
I mean,
Yeah, just grab her by her wings, and then you can sit on her face.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not into that, but I'm into other kinks that you could do to me.
Oh, okay.
Fine, I'll get my crop whip.
And remember to put it back.
Hey, I always return my objects.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm not
I
very
was the
good
one
at
who
that.
had to yell at Amiga. Amiga's the one who never puts away the paddles.
Yeah.
Hey, did you have to tell the whole world?
Ow.
What was that?
Okay.
Hey, you almost cracked one. Yes.
Save a horse, ride an ox. Okay.
Oh, really, Ox?
Mm.
Oh,
You still haven't even said hello to me yet.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you've seen Slim play Red Dead Redemption, but he has a horse there named Microraptor, so that he can say he's riding Microraptor.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Okay, Slim. Slim's on his way home. How's everyone?
Yep.
Brainless is having a problem there.
Is he?
Is he?
Oh, he's learning so much again.
You too, huh?
Well, I'm glad you've tuned
Brainless.
into this educational channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Educate.
Today's subject is fetish.
Yeah,
Mm.
the fetish edition of the TMI show.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was wondering if you were going to catch it off. So, does anybody want to? Oh, there's Nips. I see Nips.
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 Training.
Amazons. Nipples should have been one of the options in the wheels.
Well, I didn't. There was no fetish associated with nipples per se that I found, but I wasn't looking.
Breastfeeding.
I wasn't looking for that specifically. So
Okay.
Breastfeeding.
Yeah, breastfeeding is a fetish.
Believe me, I was not the person to make the list, but I did it nonetheless. Because I didn't know what would be the best things to put on it. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So,
Well, add it now.
I can add nipples, but that would have to be I'd have to find a fetish connected to it. That's
Breastfeeding.
legit. Well, yeah, but that's like a thing. It's not. I don't.
It's
know.
a
That's why I'm not the person
is-
for
See,
this kind
Sam,
of.
the problem is that you're trying to argue with a bunch of people who already have whips.
Yeah, I know. it makes things a whole much more complicated.
We're not
than it
afraid to
should
crack them down. Now get to work.
I don't need this kind of pressure.
Sammy, just say yes, mistress. Yes, mistress.
Yes, mistress. No, I'm not into that kind of thing. That's a giving up of the power. I'm not into the giving up of the power.
It's okay, Amiga. I already have 2 pets and 1 toy. I'm good.
Ooh. But anyway, yeah, Amazon. I shop there a lot. I shop there. I had to say it. Sorry, people. Go to Amazon's.
Just
that's why I was confused for a moment.
doesn't
But then I
fit
thought,
with the spirit of this show.
It's fetish edition.
but
Oh,
then
believe me,
I'm
I like.
I'm sorry, Ed, but this would be the polar opposite for you.
But I like tall women.
the nipples?
No, the tall woman.
Yeah,
Ox.
I mean, I am small.
Ox the
not
Google
fat.
Master.
Oh, right, that master fact. I'm sort of mastodont. That animal. The name actually means nipple tooth.
Oh.
Because the tips of it, the tusks apparently looks a lot like nipples, according to the person who named it.
Okay. What are you shopping for, Randy?
Pussy sniffles.
He's shopping for the
Ooh.
for the snorkel?
He's shopping for China
He's
snorkel.
on Amazon
Snorkel.
right now.
Snorkel.
You sexy
I can't
devil,
even say it.
Oh my goodness. Doorknobhead is in the chat.
Oh!
Ah!
To what do we owe the pleasure, Doorknob Head?
Would this be?
No, I think you're in the right place.
Is this a fetish?
No,
of
you're
Wonder
exactly in the right place, and you know you belong here.
Oops. Oh, okay. T-shirts and harmonica. Okay.
Well, you know what? I like women that are tall and robust. You know, is that something wrong? No.
No,
It's great.
there's nothing wrong with what you're
No.
into.
Because I'm like a tall, kind of robust kind of guy, or was. I'm kind of getting older now, but
Hi, husband.
Speaking
I
of,
like
Hi.
somebody.
aren't
Hey,
you supposed to be
Morton.
Oh,
sleeping?
there's Morton. I like somebody
Yeah.
who's kind of matches me physically, but you know, I don't know.
See,
That's
I'm
Amazon.
Sorry. Am I laughing too much?
So you want to partner with a beard?
I
No, I
always
don't
had
want-
a thing for Wonder Woman.
I know that was gonna be
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It's very what I said is can be misconstrued. So yeah, a beard, yeah,
A beard.
yeah,
A beard. I didn't say where the beard is.
like a Richard Madsen beard, like that.
Okay.
Oh.
A beard.
You got to think for hair. It's okay.
Hey,
You
that's okay. You
want
guys
your
are
partner to be bushy? That's
you're
okay.
thinking out of the box, which is fine. That's great.
A beard as in a woman to hide your homosexuality?
No, as in a big hairy beard that grows out of your face.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
But no, not really. Does that make sense? No, that makes
Does
no
anyone
sense
else
at
think
all.
it's time for nips?
nips.
Let's go ahead and yeah.
Can I say one thing before nips?
No.
What is it, Ed? You're always allowed to say anything.
Say it after.
I asked very nicely.
What was that again, sweetie?
Say what you want.
Death
Say
by
it.
snooze snoo.
Yeah, it's death by snooze snooze best way.
Because Amazon, death by snoo snoo, it makes sense.
Do you want to die like the last people who visited planet Amazonia? Yes, I do.
I don't know what you guys just said, but yeah.
Oh.
I really have no clue what you guys just talked about. I have
Yeah.
it didn't even sound like English to me.
I'll relate and I'll translate it. Death by having sex with a very large lady who's very tall. Very tall lady.
A very tall lady. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. I'm a boomer, you know. I'm a boomer. I can't help myself.
Sometimes it's just best to let them figure it out later on.
Sam.
Yeah,
Sam.
Okay.
Sam, imagine having sex with a woman who's about a foot taller than you and buff.
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
I saw Morton.
Not me.
At me.
No, I'm the buff. I'm the buff person. I'm the buff person in the relationship, right? Because I'm a cis male, and that's just the way it's got to be. Otherwise, I'm not interested, right?
Okay.
For you,
I don't know.
maybe.
I mean,
For you, maybe.
For
a
me,
cis
for
male.
me.
A cis male can still be into those kinds of women.
No, they can't.
Yeah.
Flat out, no, they can't.
Pink shaming right away, are we?
No, I'm only kidding. Of course.
Yeah.
Also, dirty talking.
Yeah. I try some
Isn't
dirty
that kind of
talking.
half of what we've been talking or doing all night or
Yeah,
afternoon or wherever we are?
of course.
Sure.
Oh, you're not alone.
So you like bad boys? I was so bad at being a boy, I became a girl.
Dirty
Yeah.
I love you, micro.
talk.
Now bend over.
Yes.
Then say please.
No, bend over. Pretty please, right?
Please, please, please. No, you don't have
The
to
please
say
went out the
please.
window when they signed the contract.
Pretty please. With sugar on top. With sugar on top.
Very, very tiny little bratty side where people have to say please sometimes.
Please don't hurt me. Yeah, right.
I mean, one
32.
thing for me with spanking is that I like the idea of it being used as a punishment, but I do enjoy it, so it's not really a punishment.
No.
I feel exactly the same way.
See, the worst punishment is somebody taking out a cup of rice and telling you to pick it up. You just sit there like, like putting the rice back, turning it. The most tedious, boring task. Hate it.
Yeah, I have to come up with a few various different punishments for them.
Yeah.
Paddling, yeah, that doesn't work. Various other things don't work, so.
Try the rice.
I will.
Yeah.
I will give that a try, Ed. I'm going to use that next time.
But one punishment for me would be to force me to watch The Big Bang Theory. I hate that show.
Watch.
No punishment.
I've
No
never watched that
donut
show.
here.
I'm so glad I never watched that show.
Yeah.
I don't, it's never appealed to me, that show. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my pet, but they're giving me ideas. Thank you again, Ed, for that one.
No problem. I've got a couple.
Oh, I'm gonna DM me later in Discord, okay, sweetie?
Yeah.
You'll find me in the Looney Kingdom.
there you go. That's
It's the
TMI
big
testament.
wiggly thing who's got very wet paws. And
She's
thank
so
you
pretty.
for
Oh my god.
Ugh.
So fluffy.
My glasses, Kaya.
Thank you, Morton.
Thank you, Morton.
That was your goddaughter.
Morton,
Yes,
Morton,
I
he's
know.
our Morton,
Yeah.
Morton.
Such a good
Puppy.
pony.
Puppies.
Puppy point.
Puppy.
Doggy! No, she's a puppy. Well,
She's not a doggy yet.
she's a toddler.
Not yeah. Yeah, I'd say barely a toddler.
Yeah. Well, she's not a baby anymore. She's
Well,
3
she still
months.
trips over her feet, which is adorable.
No, she
She's a
actually
little-
doesn't. She doesn't.
Oh, she's gotten a little bit better.
Yeah. And she runs hella fast.
Yeah,
Very fast.
She's speedy, huh?
Yeah, she's Speedy Gonzalez. No, she's just Kaya. She's a German Shepherd.
Yes.
I have pet
Already
names.
shedding her puppy fur.
Yes, never again.
Yeah.
Kaya is going to become a huge puppers.
Yep.
Hmm.
She's gonna be as big as her brother.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He's so
what?
cute.
So,
And if you
is it-
haven't seen Kaya's brother, go check out Morton's channel.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
check Morton's channel out, definitely. Is there a link?
Well,
Put a
they
link in
only
the
have
Yes.
siblings.
Put a link in the chat.
Amiga,
Ah,
put a link in the chat.
Or you don't bother Amiga. He's busy.
He's
With
busy
that.
Don't bother him.
thinking
Amiga's
things.
busy buying
I'm
things
thinking,
on Amazon
when are
right
we
now.
going to get to the actual topic?
Yeah,
Oh,
there-
yeah, right.
I thought we were supposed to be doing this entire time.
Yeah.
Unless someone says the word. then-
Nobody's been talking about dirty talking.
I mean, it's great.
I'm not a dirty talker. I'm just not. It's more about action than it is talking. To me, it is more. There should be very little talking involved. I mean, I don't know. But that's me.
How I know what my partner wants is
no. I mean,
they're not talking to me.
Besides that, I mean, I'm not
like
going to
constantly saying, "You're in the fucking wrong spot over here."
Yeah. Well, that's not dirty talk. What's that? That's instruction. Hey, come on over there, over here, over. Right? That's not dirty. What's dirty about that?
See, I quite like dirty talk. I like, it doesn't work when I do it. I wonder why.
Because is it really?
I think we have the same problem.
Yeah.
I can't do dirty talking.
It's more about.
That's why I've nailed down.
Yes, you can.
You're gonna listen to me, like look.
Oh, sorry.
Like, that's why, sorry. Oh gosh, I never meant
blow
to do
my
that.
cover.
That's why I nailed that look down in my face.
Oh, Tanner.
Yes, Tanner.
Oh no.
All of that is the dirtiest talk right there. It is perfect.
Oh, Sky.
Don't make me come over there.
So dirty.
But yeah.
That's good though. Look at that.
Linda, I sent you something in Discord that I don't know if it will be something that could fit into the show, but maybe at some point might be fun to show.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Thanks
Yeah.
for that one. Microraptor.
Yeah, just in case you didn't see it.
I did.
Never gets this trash can. Trash can.
You
gotta go big.
Dirty.
You gotta go big, flashy.
Dirty.
Dumpster fire.
Oh. Oh my.
A dumpster fire?
Well, white smudge. Oh.
The white stuff. Oh.
Oh. I made a
in
GIF.
an Oreo.
Did everybody see my dumpster fire GIF? No? Yes? Maybe?
No.
Yeah, I made
we're
a
gonna talk.
dumpster fire.
If we're gonna do actual dirty talking, how much could we do?
Oh, 10.
Yes. Sorry, Michael. I just see Tanner.
His went down. I don't think Tanner can handle that.
I don't know if that's allowed in the side chat.
It's all happening there.
Guys, be careful. In the side
Horniness in the chat.
Do you guys bring your condoms?
I don't know why, but I just imagine he writes that out like that, and what he really sounds like is just like, "Oh baby, give it to me, oh baby."
That's a good one.
But
something with
Gerontophilia. Gerontophilia.
What
be that?
What's that?
I don't know. No, I know.
Well, there's gerontologists, doctors who work on nothing but old people.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Thanks.
Oh, no.
Thanks.
You did a perfect impersonation.
Gerontophilia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good definition.
Gerontophilia? Gerontophilia.
Okay, Slim, hurry.
I hope it's not sexual attraction to uranism.
Oh. No. Not even close.
I did not hear you say that, Micro.
It's too late. It's too late. You can't unhear it.
Yeah.
Oh.
and I didn't hear it.
You didn't? Oh,
No.
Can you repeat it?
I was too busy laughing in my head.
It's gerontophilia is the best pronunciation that I've come up with so far. If anyone else would like to venture to pronounce that.
Thank you.
Okay. Is the attraction to someone from a much older age group, like a sort of May-December relationship that can fall in, that falls into this kind of kink, that's what it says. Age difference, a fantasy about age difference.
It's kind of difficult. Stop it, Anna.
Which I don't have fantasies about age differences, so I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Personally,
how much is the age difference?
Age,
how many years?
Much older age difference. Like, I guess that I don't know what that means. Probably older than you, much older than you. Because of the word geron or geron, Geron. That's I think that's
so for eoSam.
Have to do with the geriatrics or have to do with geriatrics being old or something. I don't know. Just a guess. Where's Slim? He's not home yet.
He's almost there.
He probably knows this better than I do. But I actually wrote down the exact definition. But
that's a good question. Don't know that.
I mean,
16.
It depends on whether you sought her out strictly by age.
Yeah, I think so.
I think the gerontophilia would have to be like much older than that, I would think, to qualify. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Just from my guessing. I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't make it a fetish if my wife was like, or my mate was 10 years my senior or 10 years younger. It just wouldn't matter much. But if I was, like my miga said, if I was seeking that out, I think I'd be looking for someone a lot older. I don't know. Why are you laughing? What's so funny? Someone who doesn't know. Yeah, but I'm like,
it's always funny.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to explain this shit.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. This is something funny.
What's he saying now?
Tiny.
Okay.
Tiny, careful.
I put it up.
Tiny, there are also diaper fetishes.
Gotta watch him.
Yeah, someone put a leash on him or something.
Yeah, he's skydiving all over the place.
Chase!
No, don't put a leash on Tanner. He's on a rope.
Gotta hold on there, little dog.
He's on a rope.
Does not
I like him this way.
All right. Well, I guess better skydiving in the chat than. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. Whatever. Skydive all you want, Tanner.
Sex attraction toward old persons.
It's also it would also be that you specifically seek out older people, not just that you find someone that is relatively much older and you fall in love, and that like the age was just that it happened to be very much older person, like it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess a fetish is something that like turns you on. Like you see a real older woman, you're like, whoa, I'd like to get with that. You'd be like,
hey, stop eating the door. Hey, stop.
Yeah, so I get it.
Hey.
Sorry, I'll stop eating the door now.
Not you.
door.
Wait, does that mean
Let's
I
go
can't
ahead
use
here.
the door?
Okay, go ahead. Use your door.
I mean,
Yeah, if
I don't
that's
know
your
what that is.
fetish, then go ahead.
Racing, you think I would tell you what to do? I know what would have happened.
Can't do that.
I would have said you didn't say please.
Oh my god.
And then if you looked at me angry, I would have run.
I think
that
this-
is so wrong,
this-
Chrismer.
This train went off a different track.
Yes, I know what Chrismer said.
That
Just
is just
oh,
so
so
wrong.
wrong.
No,
every
no,
single
no,
level.
no, 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 no,
I'm sorry.
no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Watch it or you be
No,
timed out.
timed out.
I
Yeah,
read half of
Oh.
that. So yay.
Oh my god, I laughed so much. Now I have to
Now you have to what?
pee.
Oh,
No pee, Mike.
it's no pee
Oh, no,
Thursday. Did you know that?
Yes, today it fits.
You got to hold. It's no pee Thursday. No pee Thursday. Everyone has to hold their urine in all day.
Oh no,
Okay.
no, I better empty this
Oh.
bottle then.
Oh my god, that's dangerous.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Don't do that, by the way.
I don't have a bladder big enough for that.
No.
Yeah, don't do
neither.
that. Disclaimer,
Um,
please don't do that.
Guess I'll be right back.
She'll be right back.
Mhm.
And we have a Teespring.
What you
There's a
gonna
link in
do?
the chat. Go to get T-shirts and all kinds of other merch from the
Hi, Clean.
I'm back.
Tea and Danish.
Yay.
Check that out.
Help.
Help.
Slim's
Okay.
back. Yay.
Okay.
No P mic today, Doorknobhead.
I heard somebody say spin since Slim's back.
Innocent. Objectophilia.
Objectophilia.
That is easy to guess.
That's a good one, yeah.
That's where you like to philia of objects, right?
Ooh. Pretty
I'm
much.
getting there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Having
like-
an
yeah.
intimate relationship with inanimate objects, I believe, is what it is.
Yeah.
Like a
Google
roller
says so too.
color.
Yep. That's
I was
what it
gonna
is.
say I think we know somebody in chat or in the panel who has that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slim.
Oh well, I married my sword,
There you go.
so and then I swallow her all the time. So I mean, yeah.
Ooh.
So you get turned on when you do that?
No.
Oh, so I don't know if that qualifies as a fetish, but
No,
it might.
it wouldn't, but that would be an
Object.
an example of
An
that
example.
case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I know people that are attracted to their cars. There's a gentleman who married his car. I
know a lot of people like that.
Yeah, I think that fits into that category as well because it's an object he's in love with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't understand it when it is that they are claimed to be in love with the object, but sexual attraction, and of course, no yucking their yum, of course. But I just don't understand it when they claim that it's love towards some inanimate object.
That's kind of hard to prove. You have to just take it on a case by case basis, I guess. You know, I mean, how can you say, oh, you really don't love shoes? Come on, you can't tell somebody that because if they do, then they do. It's just they love shoes.
There are no mind readers.
Yeah. So
there is a lady who had sex with the Empire State Building.
Well, there you go.
I'm curious how that works.
I saw the video.
Me too.
She went up to one of the abutments and she rubbed herself on the abutment until she had an orgasm.
Oh, that's good for her.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
So theoretically, I could go. I could go and
definitely
have sex.
kinky.
Theoretically. I just got to find some place to put my penis, and I'm good. Right? At the Empire State Building, if I go there, I just got to find somewhere to stick it, and then I'm good.
I mean, if you get an orgasm from that, sure.
Then that I would. Where? If I go to the Empire State Building, I just have to look around and find some place to put it.
Or wedge it into,
or exactly. To go and do the thing, and that's it, right?
Or you could wedge a flashlight in there and then do that.
You were thinking literally the same thing I was.
No, but then you're not. Then you're really not having relations with the building. You're having relations with the fleshlight.
Hey, I think you're thinking a little too far into this.
You want to have the action between your skin and the building. That's the. What are we talking about? That's objectophilia. That's what we're talking about.
And then I think there's a gentleman who's in love with a Statue of Liberty. I think that's what it is. It's another building like that he's in love with.
I saw someone who was attracted to the Statue of Liberty, but that was a woman. So
okay, I may have that may who I'm thinking of. I know that was the woman for the Empire State Building, and then I think there's a man there's a certain bridge in New York or something like that. Like
Hi, Facty.
The Brooklyn Bridge? I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's the Brooklyn Bridge. It's one of the big bridges that he's attracted to.
Can't be the outer bridge, right? Not that it would make it. Oh no, it's the 69th Street Bridge.
Oh, duh! Of course.
There is a 69th Street Bridge. Come on.
What? I didn't sound more like a kinky dad joke.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a street named that in Brooklyn, so I didn't know the joke.
We're just talking about geography and bridges. Bridges and buildings.
Oh my God. Read what Morton posted. Breaking news. Rescue workers are struggling to free eoSam's penis from a crack in the wall from the Empire State Building. It's been silent as to what to say has happened.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did Kaya get clean?
I'll be all right. I'm one of those people, like, terrible things happen to me, but I always end up okay.
When they asked him how it happened, he kept saying TMI, so they didn't ask anymore.
It wasn't me.
Said she saw me do it in the lobby. Wasn't me.
Hey, you know what? If I didn't show up, it wouldn't have happened. So just being there was half the battle was won. But if you get your thing stuck, then you're in trouble.
And you don't want the firemen to have to get you out of that.
Yeah, and you have to explain what you're doing.
I thought of one more example. It kind of fits into it. There's a gentleman who married his real doll, which is the realistic doll things, and he just had a baby made so that they could conceive and they could have a child.
Yeah.
So he has a rubber family or rubber family.
Whatever. Think of the overhead, though. Very little overhead.
Oh yeah. I mean,
you don't have to buy them meals, do you? Unless he's buying them actual meals, and then what does he?
He takes her up to dinner, but I don't think she eats. But he actually has her sit across from him at restaurants, and he conversates with her. But again, there's no overhead. I mean, it doesn't cost.
So is he spending the money it would cost to feed two people, or just himself?
See, I think that he only is eating for himself. I don't think that he goes that far to buy her food, but I'm not sure because I do almost think I remember in the documentary that he was feeding her ice cream at one time, but I'm not gonna say that that's 100% sure. So he may feed her as well. I'm not sure. It's easy research. All you got to do is Google the guy who married his real doll, and
so he's got a fetish for his doll, and he's practicing stuffing.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Well, some people do. I think. Don't you think some people have like relationship issues and they can't relate to people? So
yeah, definitely. There's people on the spectrum or with different. Yeah, exactly. That makes sense for sure. And I definitely wasn't kink shaming him.
No.
I just don't understand. The problem that I had when I was playing with my sister's Barbie dolls is that you have to move them, and I don't like that. I would rather them move on their own. So that's where my hiccup would be. Is I don't want to. I just want a person that would just do those things. So yeah,
and that's why I stick to real life pets and toys.
Yeah, they're better. There is a sort of midpoint, you could say. There are people who enjoys role playing and pretending that they're robots or dolls.
Yeah.
So it's still people, but when they are role playing, they are pretending that they are a doll or a robot or something that the other person is using.
Yeah, I like the whole robot thing. Androids and cyborgs are one of my fetishes. If you have circuitry inside your body, I'm down.
You are one.
What? Huh? Yeah, I know. Don't tell anybody. I look at myself in the mirror. Never mind.
I have metal.
What do you mean? Don't tell anybody? I thought everybody already knew that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they probably.
Yeah.
I have metal in my arm, but
what
I
do
don't
we know?
think...
The Slim has no reflection, or what?
I have metal in me. I got metal in my neck.
Yeah.
Metal in my lower spine.
I
got circuitry in me. I got electrodes.
Sweet.
I got plates.
Yeah.
Screws. Bolts.
You too. You're a cyborg.
And a controller.
Ox says he's got a bionic lens in his eye. In his eyes.
Cool.
Ooh.
Lucky you.
Yeah,
And
nowadays. Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, I have my hearing aid. So I have a little bit of metal in my scalp.
Yeah, at this point in time in the medical, where we are in the medical field, almost everybody's going to have something in them as a medical device, either from a broken bone, some other thing. So that was one of the reasons why I began getting my implants that I got, was to be able to have the knowledge in what it's like having them in my body, and hoping that I could figure out the safety of them and be able to tell people if they move or not and how safe they were. Because I have little glass beads implanted in me that have the microchips and LEDs and magnets in them. So I wanted to see if those glass cases were as tough and as durable as they say they are. And so far, none of them are broken. So they are working pretty much how we expected them to work.
Yeah.
Cool.
All I got is the carpet's burned.
So, Nips?
I saw the same thing. Nips.
Nips.
Nips it is.
I have my nips out. I got my shirt off.
Liquid paint.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I've had my nips out the entire time.
Electric play.
Okay, so who remembers watching the porno as a teenager of the lady on the water wheel? Oh, only me. Never mind.
I do.
Never mind. I forgot that. No.
Hey,
That wasn't in the school curriculum for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you refresh our memories?
Yeah, I actually won't go into very much detail because actually that electric play thing that I saw was very, very intense and was very scary.
Okay.
But I thought it would be fun to bring up. They tied a woman to a water wheel, and as she went into the water, she got electrocuted. So, I mean, it was, yeah. But
what did she expect?
Yeah, no.
Not to get electrocuted?
Yes. Yeah.
Electric play when she moves from batteries to plugins.
Yes. So this entails a thing called a violet wand, and it is a, those the little glass balls that had the electricity lightning bolt thingies in it, and you put your hand on it, and then the electricity would go to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a name for that. I forget what it's called. Not a Tesla ball or something.
Yeah, it's something like that. I can't remember.
Plasma ball.
Yeah, so they make a little wand with the same technology that you can change how it's pulsing the electricity, and you can use it for light shocking, and it makes you feel buzzy or kind of fuzzy.
I feel buzzy all the time.
So electric play, that's mainly what we use for that, is this thing called a violet wand, and it has different attachments in it, and what it's doing is it's sending the electricity through glass tubes. So the glass tubes are shaped in different ways, and if you are careful enough, you can insert it into people, but you have to be careful. Yeah, the cattle prods are the external versions of those. We call them tasers as well. And though that's not as fun of play, getting tasered during sex is not fun.
No.
It does make you really, really hard, but it's not fun.
Yeah, believe me. I've been tasered. It's not fun.
I used to, for $50, let people tase me live on stage. So you give me $50 and I let you tase me.
Yeah,
so,
it's a jolt that is not necessary. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't need it.
No. Anybody else have an example of electric play?
I don't think we're talking about need here. I think we're talking about wants.
I have a story involving electricity and sex, but it wasn't intentional.
Oh.
It was kind of a surprise. But let me just get to this story. I was having sex with my partner, girlfriend, and it was in my home and in the bed as normal, and we were getting pretty active, and then we got off the side of the bed, right? Like we were like kind of like using the bed as like for leverage, and the wall was pretty close. The wall, and there was an outlet right down the bottom of the wall. Normally where outlets are, and we were getting busy, and my butt hit the outlet, and it broke the outlet and electrocuted me, in turn electrocuting her, in turn having us both jump up in the air in mid fuck, so to speak, and land on the bed. And we were both like, what the hell was that? And I was like, and I look over at the light switch, the outlet was all like broken and bent down and was all like black soot on the end of and my ass was burnt. I had a burn mark on my butt.
Oh.
That was not intentional though.
That was electrifying.
Yes, it was electrifying.
For to be in a freaking movie, man.
We were both electrified by it, which was definitely something I don't suggest anyone try.
Sparks were flying.
Oh, Sam, didn't everybody tell you?
I mean, that was like
become part of the
120.
circuit.
That's 120 volts, man.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, but
Thunder and
that's
lightning, very, very tricky.
I got hit with
20 amps. 20 amps. Think of it.
Okay, let's do the math.
That was 20. If it was any more, it could have really gotten hurt. But
well, I got hit with 600 volts.
Well,
breakdown.
It's not the volts; it's the amps that do the damage.
Well, and if you're grounded or not, because that's the killer. If you're not grounded or there's not a way for it to escape, then it will find a place like your heart or something. So
I was grounded.
See, I've been.
So it went right through you.
Yeah, it went right from the cable and pair, right through my freaking pliers, into my hand, down my spine, right to my butt cheek, which was exposed like a freaking plumber, right? Which was touching the fucking metal railing that I was walking on.
You completed the circuit. Nice of you to be the switch.
Being electrocuted on accident or because of a fault of your own is not fun.
No, but
it wasn't my fault.
Yeah, but
the guy was not supposed to put breakdown voltage on a cable and pair.
Yeah, but you weren't having sex at the time.
No, I wasn't.
So
that is true.
There's a big difference. But I could see how that might in lower amperage, it would be exciting or exhilarating. I could see that.
So it's kind of like a static shock that comes from this thingy that we're speaking about. And if you put it on delicate areas, it's fun. You know, you get a little bit of a woo, you know.
Yeah, it's probably high voltage, low amperage, which will deliver more of like what you just said.
Yeah, and exactly. There's probably like no freaking amps at all. I don't think.
Very low, yeah.
Yeah, and then it
was enough to burn me.
Oh, I imagine. I have worked doing electrical a lot, and I have shocked myself 3 times working with electrical. Luckily, there are things called breakers. Otherwise, I would be dead.
Yeah.
Because
the old time fuses, people.
Brainless. I used to work with 400 volt DC at over 2,000 amps. Some of the systems. It makes wrenches vaporize when they come in contact with that circuit.
Well, I had a guy. I used to do electrical work, and I was in the electrical union in New York City, and did a lot of work. And I had one guy touch a 350 volt main with his both hands, like this, and he stood there being electrified like this. Like, you know, your proverbial that you see. And I went up to him I grabbed the 2x4 and I went wham, and I whacked him with the 2x4 and knocked him right out.
Yep.
And
did he live?
Yeah, he lived.
Wow.
And that was the only way to get him off.
Yeah, of course.
And he thanked me. Because he would have died otherwise.
Yeah.
Because he was stuck on there. He was like, ee. And if I'd have touched him, it would have been me.
Yeah.
Stuck on him.
Yeah.
So I had to go up and I had to jam him with the 2x4. It's like I just hit him with the 2x4 and his body just jumped. Holy shit. Scary.
So has anybody else in the panel played around with this fetish?
No. I respect electricity.
Oh, you don't want jumper cables on your nipples? Oh,
no, thank you.
No.
I've been shocked before. No.
But that's not lethal. That's not lethal. It's not like
No.
No.
I mean, it's uncomfortable. Maybe some people might find it exhilarating, but I don't think it's going to kill you.
No. A go-kart battery, that puts out an interesting amount. We've done that before, where we used a go-kart battery. I think we used some kind of resistor or something in between to make sure we could tell how much was coming out or something. I don't remember what was in between, but we pretended to do that one time. We had real nipple clamps, and then we hooked it up to a go-kart battery, and then we attached them. So that was fun.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm skeptical about the fun in that.
I'll try anything twice if you ask nice enough.
Hey, Slim. Hey, Slim. I'm only kidding. I don't have any propositions to make.
All right, so I think nips.
Good idea.
Nipple clamps.
Yes, I have seen this in there. Zentai.
Okay, so here's Zentai.
I finally get to have this question answered. What is Zentai?
Well, what do you think it is?
Hentai with a T?
Any idea?
No.
I never heard of this. I know what it is because I looked it up, obviously. But
and
Slim knows it. Slim knows what it is.
Yeah, I just double checked to make sure that I was thinking of the correct thing. It's wearing full body suits, but the difference between this and I think the other thing you were mentioning, Micro, is you wear a full face mask in spandex with this type, where the other type, I don't think that you wear a face mask. So it's a full body suit for Zentai. And I think that you have sex between the fabric too. I don't think that they have anything cut out, and I think it's all texture thing. So I think they play together, or a group of people will roll around in these spandex outfits and just touch each other. I think is what the main attraction to this is. Again,
I think you're right.
A lot of fetishes don't exactly include sex.
Right. Yeah.
They like spanking or candle play or tying up.
Yeah, that's a common misconception that a lot of people think that sex has to be involved in the fetish. The fetish itself does not have to involve sex whatsoever.
Well, it happens in the brain. It happens in the brain first, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, it's what facilitates it is the thought and the feeling behind it, not necessarily what's actions, right?
Yeah.
I guess when it comes to a fetish,
I
guess
there are some people who like BDSM who are asexual, so they don't have sexual attraction, but they enjoy BDSM.
No, that's a perfect example. Yeah.
Yeah. There doesn't always have to be insertion or a physical orgasm as well. When you go to a dungeon and you watch people doing a scene, it rarely ends in actual sex. It's usually them tying up their partner and then showing you it and then spinning them around and then like showing off what they're doing in the scene. And sometimes in these spaces it will end up with sex, but a lot of times it's like showing off stuff, or that's what their sexual dynamic is set up as. Like they have a husband or a wife, and this is just their fetish partner, which means no sex. They go back to their husband or wife and they have sex. And this is just a person who facilitates their want to be tied up or to be spanked or to have candle wax poured on them or to be put in certain situations. So,
There's a lot more to it than I thought.
Yeah. Puppy play, for
Chained and
example.
gagged, pretty much.
Yeah. Puppy play, for example, can be just about like one partner pretending to be a dog, and you treat them like you would a dog, like with cuddles and playing fetch and stuff like that. That it's like you wouldn't have sex with an actual dog, and you wouldn't have, and that partner might not want to have sex with that person either while they're being a dog, or like pretending.
That's a great example because I've done pup play with a handful of people, and I've never had sex with them. But they had the mask on. They had everything. I threw the bone for them. I pet them. I scratched their stomach. But,
yeah, everything's like completely normal puppy play.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Getting your belly wrapped?
I said I'll be right back. Just hang on a sec. I'll be right back.
Yeah, for puppy play, it can be like just relaxing and just, get to be a little cute and cuddly and yeah.
Oh.
So I guess it is illegal in France to wear one of these outfits in public.
What?
Because it covers one's face. You get a fine of up to 150 euros if you wear one of these in public in France. Major League Baseball banned the use of the costume hood as well. Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know that part. I knew about the costumes but okay.
Yeah.
And it's almost like the rubber suit thing, where it's a textural thing, and I'm into rubber, so I like when people wear their rubber outfits, and you can kind of play when somebody has a full body rubber suit on without really playing, I guess. I know this is going off topic, but I don't think this is going to come up. At one of the dungeons I work for, they have a rubber cube that you get naked and slide inside of, and then it encapsulates you inside of it, and then everybody that you're willing to let can come up and feel all of your body parts. You're technically like in a latex bodysuit inside of this cube, and so people can feel your body parts and rub you, but they're not technically feeling you. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's almost like a condom for your body, and you can really feel people. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of that at some point. Not something I'm into, but I've seen it.
It's pretty kinky. I mean, if you're in a room with a bunch of people that are your play partners and one of them gets in there, it's freaking fun. But I understand not wanting to get in there for some people. I had fun in it, but yeah.
I'd like to try on a latex suit, but
I don't want to get into what people's choice of lube inside is, cornstarch or powder. I don't want to get into that fight with people.
Cornstarch.
Yes. I'm backing away from that one. No,
it's
people
safer.
will get really serious on that one.
I've gotten in arguments with people about what you're supposed to
use towel.
They get really defensive and really possessive over which one is better.
Yeah.
It's like pineapple on
everyone
pizza,
out
but
there,
kinkier.
figure out
cornstarch is
figure out which one is best for you, and then just you be quiet. It doesn't find out which one is best for you, and then just use that and ignore everyone else.
Yeah, it's really your skin type. It's your skin type that
everything boils down to you individualistically.
Yeah.
And don't say, this works for blah, 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 and they're like my skin. No, just find out which one works best for you and then go with it. Experiment.
That's favorite
the whole
thing.
Fun thing is experimentation.
But isn't everything better with butter? Ha, ha, ha.
Yes.
Put a little butter on it.
before I think before we do a nips, I just want to mention I really like rubber suits because it is easy to play in public.
Well, we got that on the wheel.
So I miss playing. God damn it. Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Well,
Wear a mask, and it will be much sooner that you can wear other kinds of masks.
Well, I have a fetish for gas masks and rubber gloves, so I'll throw on a gas mask and rubber gloves, and I'm down.
What about one of those old time doctor masks? What are those called? There's a name for them. I forget the name.
The ones that look like a bird, the bird mask, or
like doctor mask.
Yeah, those are cool.
I have vintage gas masks and different types of respirators that are antiques and stuff like that. I have an actual thing for them, so I have a bunch of weird looking versions of gas masks.
Nips.
Speaking of which,
speaking of the devil, so let's have somebody else speak about it first, and then I'll ramble some more on about how I love rubber.
Oh, sorry, you go.
I'm indifferent to latex and rubber. I'm not really into the stereotypical aesthetics of BDSM. I'm more like, I'm not that into latex or rubber or leather.
No.
Leather, no. But
I think latex is an interesting medium. And I'm interested in a latex, like rubber or latex suit, but I wouldn't actually go buy one. Like if I was offered, hey, we have this latex rubber suit here, you want to try it on? I'd be like, oh yeah, let me try that. But where am I going to find that opportunity? I don't know.
Around us.
Yeah, I was going to say, just stick around. You might actually get that opportunity.
I'm in the middle of
good night, Dr. Fearsome. I hope you sleep well, sweetie.
Night.
Night. Thanks for showing up.
Sorry. I very much like the aesthetic of a lot of outfits that you can wear with latex and rubber. I find it very attractive. However, I sometimes suffer from sensory issues. So sometimes, depending on how it specifically feels, because obviously there's different rubbers. So, and I've not quite figured out which is which because I kind of put it in the, deal with it later box. But yeah, I'm a very technical person, and I feel like that really does matter when it comes to these things.
See, I'm kind of with Ed on this one. I really do like the aesthetics of a lot of the outfits, but for me personally, I don't like the outfit on me. I just don't like the way it feels, but I love seeing people dressed up in it. I'll often put my pets into something like that just so I can enjoy seeing them in it.
So that's part of my fetish is I don't want to wear it. I want my partners to be in them because I like feeling
so Slim, you
them.
have the same exact sensation that I do.
Yeah. So I like
going out to like the castle in Tampa or to the fetish factory and just seeing everybody dressed up in those beautiful outfits and everything.
Yeah. And then the way it feels on their skin, it's like a double skin on them almost because like I can move it on them while I'm rubbing them. And
and it messes with their head a little bit.
Yeah. So
it's also fun with nails and other play.
Oh yeah. So before I forget,
Alex, you go to Tampa too? Okay.
Yeah. I can't wait until all this is over and I can go visit other fetish scenes and go and perform in other places. I was
So
about
if
ready.
you ever come out to Florida, you have to tell me. I need to go to see one of your shows.
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna do a fetish tour where we showed off fetishes, but stuff happened. While I'm thinking about it, so my flogger is made of rubber. So that's another textural thing. Instead of having a leather flogger, they're actually leather rubber strips. And
one
so
of mine is the same way. It's just tiny, tiny little rubber strips, almost like those squeaky ball, or not squeaky ball, but those little squishy balls back in the 90s that had the little like rubber tentacles on the top of them. Yeah, it's like that, but just really, really, really long tendrils.
Nice. I really like the feel on myself and playing with my partners with the rubber strips, because it gives a different sting, and it feels they're a little heavier, so it also drapes differently. It also whips differently. So
Well, that reminds me of like Catwoman, like a cat suit or something like that. Because I had been commissioned to do drawings of Catwoman in a latex cat suit. I did the drawings, and the person was satisfied with the drawings. But that, I guess that was just something they wanted. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of odd. It seemed odd to me, but they paid me to do it, so.
I think Catwoman definitely awoken something in my soul when I first seen her.
Well, I like the whole aesthetics.
Yeah,
she did for a lot of people. She did for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But like you guys said, I think most of you guys have mentioned about the aesthetics of it all, about the latex suits, and I see that. I see the attraction of that because of the sleekness, you know, and the shininess at times, and it's just kind of like
and the way
it's like a Tron. It reminds me of Tron in some way.
It's almost the way that it forces the body to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost like that's just strange way to, I don't know how to explain it. But
and it can
really
sometimes add, because you know, you can obviously there's different outfits, so you can have like a latex nurse's outfit, which is probably one of the most like first thing that you think about. Well, that's the first thing I think about when I think about latex, is like that sort of 50s style nurse type outfit that you see on like oh my goodness, my words.
Yeah, you mean like what Sierra Gray did to us a couple weeks ago by wearing her Rubber Maid outfit on our stream?
Yeah, my little brain just damn popped, and I had to.
Yeah, she knows that I really like that, so of course she wore it.
That's what I mean, like the little latex maid outfits that are really cute, and yeah, there's the pup outfits that are so cute, you know, and so many different. But yeah, touching it sometimes gives me the heebie-jeebies. Oh,
before I forget, Linda, I have my fetish demo video that we could show at the end maybe, and to show people what I do on stage for my fetish stuff. It's on YouTube, so it's friendly. If you would like to show that at the end or at some point, let me know. If not, we'll just put a link in the side chat so people can get a better understanding. If you don't know who I am, I think most people kind of do, and or not, maybe not seen that part of my performances.
Well, we can play the video. Just give us the link. We'll play the video right away. Why not?
Okay.
Right?
So speak amongst yourselves real quick, honey, and I'll be right back.
I mean, as long as
Which doorknob head? Rubbermaid, good as a house product, better as a fetish gear. Perfect visual. I love that.
Don't know him.
Yes. I like that. I like that.
And then you get, you know, the sort of There's this really cute one. I've only ever seen it online. I've never seen it in person, where it's that sort of army, like olive army green, but it's like a female version of the or feminine presenting, sorry, and version of like army gear. And she's got the little latex hat that sort of sits at the side, and it just looks so cute.
Are you monetized?
No.
Okay.
No.
So
Nope.
okay, so copyright for a song isn't gonna ruin our day. Okay, sweet. Perfect.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's I've had that on my stuff, and I just get the like warning they want to copyright it, but it's not really copyrighted. It doesn't really do anything, but we're pretending that there is something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Well, we need the audio. Not you're explaining things,
okay,
right?
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. We need the audio.
All right. Linda, the timestamp is covering your face
Hey.
in the art streams. In the art stream. That is.
Yep.
Anyway, people.
We need audio so we can hear your orgasm. Not that kind of video. Okay.
Okay, I was gonna show one of my grinder acts, but we'll just go with this. So in the private, I'm sharing the link.
Can you share the video? Just play it and share it.
Oh, yeah, honey, I can share right now. Oh yeah.
And we'll watch it. Right, Linda?
Sure.
Sure.
It fits into the theme just a little, so.
Okay.
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah. Just the tip.
And only for a minute.
You have to share my screen.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, come on.
And this is my own song, so never mind. So I'm piercing her with needles in her leg.
Hey.
Ouch.
Is there a power tool fetish?
Yeah, there is.
There is, huh?
And that would be
absolutely. Whenever I see you do like the grinder, it just makes me think of Preaching to the Perverted. And I think it was like the opening scene where Tanya Cheek steps out and she just says something, and then all these people come out with the grinders, and I'm like, yay!
yeah.
I so badly want to do that.
Hooray for the grinders.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's a spectacular shot there with all those sparks flying.
Yeah.
That's why they hire me, because I got the big sparks.
So what is this? I think the sparks are like zinc. Zinc that's being thrown off and burnt away. And that's what's the burnt part is what's hitting you, but it's burning up and the oxygen is burning it up as it's being thrown out.
It's actually the silicate from the grinder pad. And so it's the sand that's...
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that steel that you're using there?
Yeah,
that looks like it's a steel plate.
Yeah, I'm using a stainless steel, and that's what causes those color of sparks. And very, very little of the metal is being thrown at me. It's mainly the metal that's heating up the silicate, which is sand, and those particles are the things that end up flying off of the pad, and that's what's hitting me in the face. So it's like a sand shower is what it's like.
Right. Because but it's burning. It's already burnt. What you see is the burning up of.
Well, not all of it. You can actually get some of the bigger sparks. They actually do still land on your skin.
Yeah, I know it hurts.
It's not a misconception. What Slim is doing is real. That is actually really painful, and you do have to kind of like build up your pain tolerance to be able to get to that.
Especially to have it hit you in the face.
Yeah.
And I've gotten slivers of metal in my eye.
Which is very easy to do during what Slim does, Yeah,
well, that's a sort of a sustained thing. It's not like a passing, oops. It's, you're doing a sustained...
Yeah, that's what makes it painful and dangerous.
Yeah, I don't even know what to call that.
If I'm not careful and when I teach my students how to do this, I tell them to count, and what you do is you count 10 seconds and you move from where you are. So you never stay on the same place for more than 10 seconds because heat will build up. And I actually have scars on the tops of my upper legs from making the metal so hot it burned me and gave me scars from burning myself from the metal through it. Not actually cutting myself, but actually heating up the metal hot enough to burn myself through it.
Man.
That
stuff, baby.
That's not fun when it happens because you can't cool it down fast enough to stop you from burning while you're on stage. So when you accidentally get it that hot, you have to just let it cool down naturally. So for 30 to 45 seconds, you're just getting burnt the whole time. And then you're moving on to something else. And so while you're trying to not cut yourself with the grinder, you're trying to not react to the burning that's happening on you. And I'll admit I was a little too drunk on Halloween. It was my 5th show. It was 2 a.m. and I was grinding, and I didn't realize that my lower stomach was open, and I ground the grinder across my stomach 8 inches and burned a 2-inch wide thing across me, and I kept feeling wetness coming out of me, and I thought I was bleeding a bunch. And the thing about stage performance is you don't finish until it's finished, unless you're like dying, you don't stop the set. So for a couple more minutes, I was feeling liquid coming out of me, and I was grinding, and I kept doing the set because I was with 3 other people, so I couldn't stop because it was choreographed. When I got off stage, I ran backstage, threw everything off, and I said, I don't even want to look. And I had my play partners assess the situation, and luckily it had cauterized the wound enough to where it was just plasma leaking out of me, and there was actually no blood, and it was actually closed as a wound from the heat. But yeah, good times. So Nips.
Nips.
Yeah.
Nips.
I have lots of cool scars from all that stuff, but so this is kind of like
crush fetish.
face sitting kind of almost.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different though, because I'm gonna double check to make sure I am correctly speaking about this, but I believe it's where a larger person than you tries to suffocate you or tries to put their body weight on you to make you feel uncomfortable. I guess is the best way to put that.
Oh.
See,
Well, it's also related.
I was thinking wrong.
Huh? What'd you
I
say?
was thinking wrong. I thought it was like, you know, when you see the people crush things with their feet. But that's probably something different.
Well, that's part of it. It's crushing small objects or animals. Squashing.
Yeah.
Animals?
Okay, I don't have a problem with the object part, but the animals?
It says animals. Yeah, it said animals.
I didn't know about that. The examples I've seen was small men being sat on by larger ladies. I guess is the easiest, best way to put that. And then,
I guess that fits into part of the squashing.
Yeah. Okay. And then I know women that have large breasts, and they will crush things like watermelons and cans and things with their breasts. And I guess there are gentlemen who watch that in a sexual way.
Huh.
I wish I would have that much breast power.
Yeah, my friend Boobzilla has triple K boobs, and she's had 2 breast reductions. She has a glandular disease where her breasts will never stop growing. And she has one of the world records for smashing stuff with her boobs. And she lifted me in a folding chair by her boobs. So I sat in a folding chair, and she put her boobs over the folding chair and then lifted me with her breasts. That was fucking awesome.
How did you feel about that?
She's like a superhero.
Yeah.
Imagine that. I mean, obviously, there's the downsides to it too, but me not being part of that group of ladies or people who have the larger breasts, I just think, how? My brain just is fried, but like in a good way. Like I'm very impressed.
Does this entail the crushing of stuff with your feet as well?
It doesn't say anything about that on the website.
Yeah, that's called something different. I was paid $200 to break records with my feet for a fetish website. And again, this isn't correlation with the crush fetish, because I believe again it is humans that are large that are manipulating other things with their body. I guess is the safest way to put this. It's really difficult because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
There may be another category, but I don't know what it is. But I think it might fall under that crush fetish as well. I would assume. I mean,
it might.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, it's safe to. I think it's safe to say that. Yeah, it could fit into that category, but
yeah, this was a foot fetish website where they liked people doing things with their feet, like stepping in paint and breaking things and walking on people and stuff. So my correlation was more of a foot thing, but I guess it could be kind of fit into this. But the examples I saw of this was watching very, very large women sit on very, very small men.
One thing that I even from the context of someone who like these things, like these are very niche fetish things. These are like even within the community, these are kind of rare with crush fetish and what was it? Then only liking old people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
This is just too much information for me.
I'm missing out. I feel like I'm missing out on something, but I don't know.
There's a lot of all of this in the movie Preaching to the Perverted. There's a lot of these in it. There's the guy that's in the electrical, like he's all hung up and she just walks past and electrocutes him. Like there's loads of stuff in there. The more I've not seen it in ages. I'm gonna have to rewatch it because the more I'm thinking about it, the more you can kind of go down this wheel and sort of go, oh yeah, that was in it, that was in it, that was in it.
What are you speaking about?
The movie Preaching to the Perverted.
Yeah.
About a dominatrix called Tanya Cheeks.
I've never heard of it.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's so good.
Yeah, I recommend anybody who's interested in the subject watch it for sure.
Yeah, I'll have to look for that.
All right, so Nips, because I don't know if there's anything else we can really say about this other than if anybody's into it, you can totally sit on me.
See, I'm not able to do that. I kind of wish I was able to do stuff like that, but it just doesn't work out for me.
Just put on a wrestling outfit and we'll get into a ring, and then you can just like put me in a chokehold and sit on me. And never mind, that's another story for another day.
But that's in GTA. That's in GTA.
Yeah, GTA. Yeah.
Spinning. Here we go. Body modification.
No one's into that. Let me Nips again. I'm kidding.
What is this? How do you pronounce this? Body modification. Okay. So what is this? I've never heard of this body modification thing.
Oh, let me tell you all about it. Let me tell you all about it. Someone who hasn't got one single body modification whatsoever.
Food modification.
Is this French? It's
Yes, it is French. No, well, I don't know. I think modification is a French word. I'm not sure.
It's a modification of a French word.
Very good.
All right. So before I go on talking for 100 hours about body modification, would anybody else like to say anything before I go on a tangent?
I mean, I'm not as modified as Slim, I only have my ear stretched, like maybe 13 piercings and quite a few tattoos. But what I personally enjoy about being or getting modified, and I don't know if I've actually not spoken about it before, is the caretaking for myself and looking after, obviously because it's all open wounds, right? It's the caretaking for that, but also I enjoy being able to sit down for 6 hours straight and get my chest tattooed and have that. Well, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it was not ideal. I'm throwing it out there. It didn't feel the best, but it was, I was always told that's what you do for fun. Then what can somebody else do for you? You
like that someone was focusing on your boobs, or
I was tipped up. Nobody could see nothing. I was at a kitchen roll. I was hidden.
Interesting.
I grew up with the philosophy was the metal and ink are just souvenirs of the experience of having it done.
Similar philosophy for where I grew up as well at.
I'm not sure how to explain it because I've never actually sat down and thought about it on that level.
To take up from where you're talking about, we kind of always told it as it's the story that's told on our skin. I have a septum ring, multiple earrings, gauged earrings. I've had various other piercings throughout the years that I've taken out and added and stretched. And I think I'm up to 8 or 9 tattoos, but I'm still working on the funds because it's expensive.
Oh yeah.
But I understand what you're talking about. They're all just memories of the past that I have gone through and what I've been with, and it's for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's artwork that I get to color myself with.
Yeah.
It's the stereotypical saying, as people say, your body's a temple. Well, mine's is now a playground.
Yeah, I wanted mine colorful. I don't want it to be this drab gray playground. I want it colorful and pretty and vibrant.
Yeah. I think there's a lot to talk about when it comes to this, because when I do get them, it allows me to look after myself in a different way than what I normally would.
Okay, but
And
we're discussing this as in fetish and in play. Do you use any of your body modifications for play?
Well, I had a couple of the piercings were, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to describe
Tongue
that a little bit
ring,
more?
lip rings, nipple rings.
Okay. Yeah. So incorporating body modifications into play.
Okay. Sorry, I went on a bit of a different tangent.
Yeah, and even so, there is a thing that is called tattoo play, and what you do is you take a saline solution and you tattoo with that during play.
Oh.
So if you like the sensation of being tattooed, but you want to play, what you do is you just make a saline solution, because you really can't tattoo very well while you're playing. I tried, and the lines don't come out straight, and it's there's also what we do is live piercings during play, and so I have hypodermic needles. Just the ends, obviously not the tube part, and they're different gauge needles, and you pierce them into different parts of the body to cause sensation as well. So there's those two things where you can do live body modifications on somebody during play. And the reason why you're using the hollow needles that you use is because it's very invasive into the body. So putting them in is easy and taking them out is easy. And the body wants to heal properly after they're taken out because of their shape. So it makes it a lot safer as play than using like a metal rod or a non-hollow needle or a thing. If you're into skewer play, that's totally fine. I understand that, and that is a higher level than I can perform. That's where you take a skewer and put it through the muscle instead of just doing it through the skin.
Oh, geez, I'm just going.
Yeah. I ask a question then?
Mm-hmm.
So would this also, not, I feel like it's even tamer than that, but would this include, using small chains attached to nipple piercings and, the different attachments you can get for your tongue bar? Like the vibrating one, the ones with, different shapes of plastic attached to it, so that you can give different sensations when using oral?
Totally. Speaking of hooking up a chain to your nipple rings, then you can, while you're tying somebody up, tie those up or bound those as well, or have the chain go around their back and have them chained up so they're being spread or something. So yeah, using your body modifications to help in I guess bounding would be the way to put it. There's also a way to hook up certain things to where if they're in a hog-tied position, if they relax their legs, it pulls on a certain piercing. So it causes them to want to stay in that position.
And then there's also the using vibrations through certain piercings, particularly the genital piercings in the nipples, correct?
Yeah, and then the electric play, you can zap the nipple ring to cause it to shock inside the body. So you get more of an internal feel with the tingliness of the electricity or a vibration. You can take a vibrator and hold it up to their piercing, and they're going to feel it more internally from there.
Very bizarre feeling.
And if we could show my cam, I can show you one of the best body modifications for play.
Oh.
So yes, that's another one.
Nice.
And that is fun for all participants. So yeah.
You can also get beads and stuff inserted into under the skin of your penis and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So it's so-called ribbed for her pleasure.
Yeah.
Or his pleasure, or their pleasure.
So I don't recommend I don't recommend.
Sorry, go on.
Really quick, I don't recommend getting full beads implanted in your genitalia. Get your half beads. The full beads are gonna push into your stuff, and it's gonna cause problems, nerve damage. So you're gonna want to get half beads. That's why I have implanted in my arm half beads under my tattoos to make them 3D. But yeah, you can do something like that where you could implant silicone things in your junk, I guess male or female, and it would cause texturing.
I know a couple of guys with it, but very inappropriate to discuss it with them considering who they are.
Yeah.
And of course, for me,
family stuff like that.
I'm having things removed, not added to that area.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's funny. I've never felt the need to modify my body, like you guys have described in any way, and I don't know why it just never appealed to me, or I never felt the need.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't have any piercings. I don't have any tattoos. No, I got nothing going on as far as.
And I don't even. Fine. It's not for everybody, baby. It's okay.
Yeah. It never spoke to me either.
Well, I don't know. Like I feel like I'm missing out, but I say that a lot. But I guess that's just the way it is. I mean, I don't know.
You're not missing out on this any more than you're missing out on a music genre you don't listen to.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's just something you're not interested in.
When I think about it that way, yeah, sure. Just never occurred to me,
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody did have a music box that I know of, but I can't remember who he was that had a little music box button thing.
What?
A music box body modification?
I'm sure he did. Or maybe he was lying.
Don't know.
Never heard of that. I know about the guy who has the USB port implanted in the end of his finger after he cut off the end of his finger. I know about him. If I was going to do anything, I would get a vibrating ball implanted in my balls so that I would just be a vibrator no matter what.
That would be cool.
No. See, I think of it as I'm putting something where that doesn't belong. I don't know. It's like I feel like it's an invasion.
But isn't that what every surgery is?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
My whole goal is let's see how much I can modify my body before it is a problem, I guess is the way to put it. I don't know. I do a lot of research before I do things. The gentleman who does my modifications, we've been friends for like 10 years. I only trust him doing my modifications. The gentleman who tattooed my eyelids and the inside of my ears, I've known for a long time, and I don't just like get them done on a whim. But if I've done enough research and I feel like it's safe enough, I'll go, yeah, the worst that's going to happen is I have to have it removed. So,
but there's some feeling. There's something you're getting from it. You're not just doing it for a whim, right?
Yeah, no.
You're not just going out and go, oh yeah, I'm just gonna let's go pierce something today. I mean, is that how it works? I mean,
most of the time it's pre-planned out. I've had an idea of what I want to look like since I was 14 by having my face tattooed and my hands and having my nails long and a couple other things that I do. I've had that planned for a long time now. Filling my body with tattoos and or getting a piercing is just adding on to it. So every once in a blue moon, I'll be somewhere at a convention or fair and my friend's piercing or tattooing. And I'm like, okay, let's go in and just get one. I'm already going to fill my body. It's just how and when it gets filled. And then which piercing I decide I want to get for where and for what purpose. There usually is a purpose. Like my third eye piercing I had between my eyes was a representation of my third eye being open, which I will get a third eye tattooed on my head eventually, on my forehead eventually. I just want to find the right eye so it looks proper because I've seen a bunch of horrible eye tattoos and I'm not getting a bad eye tattooed on my forehead.
Man, you're gonna mess up all the facial recognition software out there.
Technically, my face tattoos already do. But yeah. Face rig does not like me sometimes.
Face rig.
To be fair, it's not my best friend either. When I get really tired, when my eyes just kind of shuts a little bit, so the little owl's just sitting there with a twitcty eye.
Yeah, can look a little drunk.
Yeah, little drunken owl.
Okay, so if anybody in the panel or in the side chat had the opportunity to get a body modification and had it paid for and didn't have to worry about it and had a professional do it and they were certified to do it, what would you get done?
Oh, I know.
Go.
I would like my belly button removed.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about cool.
First of all, I really don't like my belly button as much as I don't like feet. If anybody does, that's okay. So it makes me feel really uncomfortable, somebody touching me on the belly button. Even though I have it pierced, I thought that would fix it. It did not fix it, so I would like it removed completely. And also, when certain blood gets stuck in there, no thank you.
Okay.
Anyone else?
I would get something just to cover up all the damn scarring on my back.
Oh.
It would be convenient to have something I don't have to apply my hormones on my own.
Like an automatic injector almost, or like
something like that.
So yeah, that would be freaking nice. I believe they have technologies that's working on that where you put on a thing and then for 12 I don't know how long it is, but it's a little packet that puts on and then every so often it will inject you with a little bit of whatever. I'm hoping in the near future
there's an implant for that. They use it for chronic pain patients where it can inject down to micrograms. of whatever is in the reservoir.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's controlled. It's controlled through wirelessly.
So you may want to look into that micro.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
The technology. I thought they were using it for insulin as well for diabetic.
Yes, they use it for insulin. They
Yeah.
use it for morphine. You know, they use it
Pain
for
management.
they use it for pain management, for insulin. But the thing is, there are people who use it to inject other things other than those two main categories. I mean, because it'll basically work on any soluble drug.
Yeah.
Right. And you go in like every 3 months and they just insert a needle directly into the reservoir and they program it that, okay, the reservoir is full and you're on your way.
Linda, or Sam, will you put up doorknob head's last comment?
And
it says we make a product that can inject picoliters of medication at a time. I know I'm saying that wrong, I believe.
Wow,
that's
No, you're actually saying that correctly. It's picoliters.
Okay.
That's really, really tiny.
Okay, yeah. So the technology will be getting there, I believe, Micah. So just keep checking in on it, or maybe asking your doctor about it, and seeing if they can maybe do that for you. And maybe you're one of the first people to try it out if they could figure out a way to do it.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Sweet. I'm glad we talked about this subject because we're helping people. And that's why I like doing these things, is hopefully getting proper information out, or at least giving people information that they can research further on
like any body modification that I would get would definitely be something medical, something to improve my body in some way, improve my life or whatever. I for example, wouldn't split my tongue because that's like, that would only be aesthetic, I think. So don't think I would get something like that. So it would,
Well, it seems that my pet is back from doing the errands and everything, so I have to get going. It was a pleasure talking to everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, wherever you are. And as always, please keep smiling.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Have fun talking to you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, that was so cute.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have been at this for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we don't have to run out the wheel. You know, it's just one of those things.
I mean, we could do nips if we wanted. The only other thing I wanted to add is I would like to get a sensor implanted in me that was able to monitor like my heart rate and sugar level and other things, like, so that I could just monitor myself and understand how my body works so that I could be healthier.
Well, I see nips in the chat again. Thanks for the nips in the chat, by the way. Pony play. Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm going to let somebody talk about this subject.
I don't know anything about it other than what I read, so I know nothing about it.
Yeah, I saw it in a movie once.
Pony play?
Yeah.
You saw it in a movie?
Yeah.
All right.
Or maybe it was a TV show.
Pony play.
It's also invitation to the perverted.
It's also technically in Slim's Red Dead Redemption streams.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that much into pony play. It's more pup play for me, but yeah,
it's the same principle, right?
Yeah, you pretend to be a horse or you pretend to be a puppy, and so same principle in that sense, that you're pretending to be an animal.
Uh-huh.
Well, there's a training. It says here, pony play. This is what it says on the website. Pony play, a kink for acting like a pony or its master. For its master. That's a typo. They wrote or its master.
Yeah, for its master. Yeah.
A kink for acting like a pony for its master. Ponies can wear everything from blinders to bits to bridles to fake ears and hooves. Ponies are trained by their masters and may even do manual labor. That's what the website.
It could mean that they mean that being a pony or being in its master, that they meant that it wasn't a typo, but it was like that's also part of it, that someone handles the horse.
I'm sure there's a lot more to it than what I just read.
Yes, there is.
There's a lot to training a horse.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's also the horsetail butt plugs. So.
Okay.
A lot of it is grooming and then having them run around, and the part that's really interesting to me is most of them have a bit that they keep in their mouth most of the time, and that is just so uncomfortable. I give it up for anybody who can do that, because I can't.
I don't think I could.
That's like a piece of metal in your mouth, right?
Well, the ones that they for a horse it would be yes, but for the play it's normally a rubber or a plastic or something kind of tiny biteable, because you're trying to not wear out your teeth, or you're trying to not, if somebody's whipping you, you're gonna bite down on whatever you have in your mouth. So they make it safe for your teeth.
Hiya, B.
I've only seen the bits with what looks sort of like a dog bone, and it looks more like for pup play. I've not actually seen it for a pony yet.
Well, you're not looking up the right. You're not looking up the right play. You're looking up pet play or pup play,
and then across it. I mean,
but specifically, you kind of have to look up pony play, because it usually they come with the blinders and then the neck harness, or then the whole body harness, or whatever reins or whatever to control the horse. So it's like a lot more than just a the bit kind of gag almost thing that I believe you're speaking about, because it looks like a dog bone coming out of their mouth, but it's a gag. So instead of being a ball gag, it's a dog bone gag.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And that's the sort of one I have seen. But the bit seems to not have that. I've just Googled it.
and the bit for the horse play is a lot smaller. It's usually really, really thin, so that they can neigh, or you're not gagged as much, because your trainer will pull on your reins, and you don't want to have a huge ball gag in your mouth when somebody pulls on the back of your neck. It chokes you out more if you couldn't get the hint that I was getting to. How do I know? I don't know. It might be personal experience. I don't know.
It might be a little personal. I think it's all from personal experience.
Well, one of the things that one of my ideals that I have with things like this, just like Sideshow, is I do a lot of research on how it's done. I go and talk to people that perform it, and then I have them train me on how to do these things. And I don't put one of my subs or anybody I play with through something I have not gone through myself. So I have been tied up, I've been bound, I've had everything done to me that I potentially will do to somebody else. So I know what it feels like. Kind of like I don't go to a tattoo artist that's not tattooed in the places he's tattooing me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if he has the empathy to tattoo me like in between my toes or in places that are very sensitive. So
Yeah,
that's a good way of doing it. Sure.
yeah, and it's of course it's of course hard to ride a human, but pulling a kite or something like that, it's kind of fun.
yeah, exactly. And it mainly, from what I've seen, it's having them do tricks like jump over things or like neigh or stand up on their hind hooves and things like that. So
yeah.
The only part I really like about it is the riding crops. I like smacking people with riding crops. Riding crops are one of my favorite or impact implements that I have in my toolbox.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I have a whole fetish bag that I take with me that has everything when I go do shows. And so there's whips and floggers and leather handcuffs and rope and candles, needles, first aid kit. Yeah. So.
But the pony thing, isn't that like I'm not getting it, but I guess I'm just a stubborn boomer. I mean, I don't know. I don't get the whole pony thing. I mean,
you're just naive about certain things. That's all.
No, I'm not naive. I'm just I don't get it. I don't understand the idea.
It's submitting in a playful way. It's almost like playing dolls or whatever. You're playing My Little Pony, but the pony is a person, and they want to be the pony while you're feeding them a carrot or giving them treats. And a lot of it is self-care or care. So brushing them or brushing the tail, or if they have the fake mane, brushing the mane. And so it's a lot of like touching and being close to it, but again, not 100% intimate, but not intercourse per se, I guess is the way to put it, because that's not really what it's about. Just like we were speaking earlier, not all fetishes are about having an orgasm or penetration. It is about sexualization of whatever, but there does not have to be an orgasm or a climax or a finish during play per se. If there is one, hell yeah, but that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Wait, what? B has a baby girl. What? What's going on here? What?
A baby girl?
So that is part of play.
All right.
Oh, that's honorific.
But that's not a fetish thing. Though.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
It is?
I'm guessing it's ABDL, adult baby diaper loving. Or
okay, yeah, it could be.
Oh, wait.
It could be.
Yeah.
Which is a whole another thing. How about nips and see if we can get through the wheel?
Well, we don't have to. That's the whole idea.
Well, I want to try to get to. Oh,
it's only two. Yeah. There's only two left. Two good ones too.
Yeah.
I'm guessing nasophilia is about noses.
I hope not.
Well,
the opposite of xenophobia, I assume.
Xenophobia?
Xenophobia. Racism, basically. And stuff like that.
I think it has to do with fetish about aliens?
Maybe.
Well, it's an attraction.
Wow.
A sexual attraction to exotic people or objects.
Exotic people or objects. Okay.
I understand that because I really like it when somebody yells at me in a foreign language while we're having sex.
Yells at you.
Yeah, the sterner the voice that they're yelling at, they're speaking to me in the foreign language, the way better it is,
You must love those like Russian, real stern Russian women speaking Russian.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, especially with that that leather whip in their hand, and yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Om jag pratar svenska, gillar du det då?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
there we
like
go.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. I think Linda most likely understood what I said there, but no one else.
I
hear what you say.
But what would be an exotic object? What would be like? I don't even know.
That's what I was trying to think.
Me?
You.
You're not an object.
I mean, sometimes it can be.
Okay.
Oh,
That's a
Eddie, you
toughie.
got a new subscriber.
I do?
Yay!
Yeah.
Yippee!
Thank you.
Hooray!
I mean, I don't post any content, but thank you.
Well, now you got to.
Hey.
I do have ideas.
You don't need,
For another time.
you don't need no stinking content.
The only thing I can think of is like maybe anal beads from like Dubai or something, like
What?
you go to a foreign country and you buy like something else, exotic because it's from another place or something, I guess. I couldn't think of another example.
I could imagine that having a fetish for trans people could fit into that. Exotic people that we're a bit unusual in that sense.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, okay.
I get that.
But the object thing. Like exotic object. I don't know.
An exotic object, does that mean stuff that shouldn't go where you put it there, or does it?
I don't know.
Or not?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Like, cling film doesn't save you all the time.
So if you took a maraca and you shoved it up your vagina, that would be.
What I was thinking.
A maraca.
Oh wait, it would jingle.
We could hear
You can belly dance to do that.
We could hear when it was coming.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
What are the Russian eggs? The Russian dolls called?
Yeah, nesting eggs.
Yeah, you can have
nesting
those.
Dolls.
Yeah, you can put them inside of you. That would be another case. Nesting dolls and would nest inside your vagina.
All 10 of them.
Start at the smallest one and work your way up.
That's a challenge right there.
There you go. Yeah. Watch that. It's gonna start trending on TikTok.
Yeah. How many nesting dolls can you fit in your vagina?
The nesting doll challenge.
Yeah. One. One.
Oh my god! I think we just made a new thing.
And I don't have a vagina. I guess I can fit none.
I mean, I just don't think you're trying hard enough.
Yeah, right.
I wonder if this is a thing. I wonder if that's a thing. I bet you there's a website for this. Nesting dolls story.
I need to Google this so much. But I'm like, oh no. Tusk will come onto my computer and be like, what? Well, there's like puff play stuff now on here. Like, it's all happening. And there's some pony play stuff that I've researched while we were talking.
See,
I'll have to tell my
people. This is getting people thinking, right? I don't know. It got me thinking.
Yeah.
So, doorknob head. Yes, it's rule 34 or something like that.
Rule 34.
If it exists in the zeitgeist, there is porn about it.
Yeah.
So everything.
I've heard it as if you can imagine it, it's porn for it.
Okay, yeah. The way that I was told it was if it exists in the zeitgeist. So if anybody's ever thought of it or whatever, then there's because I have seen some of the most graphic Disney drawn porn that like does not need to be out there. Like I can't believe like some of the stuff that I saw that my friend drew and then sent me before he sold it to this website, and I was like, the seven dwarfs are doing what to her? Okay, well, have fun with that, I guess. I mean,
like I want to be friends with that friend because I have a whole like leg piece that I've been trying to get done. That's getting designed at the moment with like Leia flogging that beautiful alien lady from Jabba's. Like one of Jabba's other slaves and Star Wars. I need that to be a thing so bad.
Go on your favorite porn site and type in cartoon in the search, and you'll see it all.
Cartoon.
Yeah, you just put in cartoon, and all the cartoon crap comes up. Princess Leia. I mean, the Little Mermaid.
Just want her to be flogging someone with a lightsaber flogger. We need that.
There you go.
We want that.
I'm sure there's a cartoon artist or a cartoonist that would love to do that.
And then like, oh no, right, okay, I need to stop.
No.
So I really want to see what this last category is because I don't know what it is.
We'll just jump right to it then.
I have something to say, and I don't know how to say green tip. I was on Fight to Flat Earth's like TV show sort of thing, and the team that I was in was called Team Vanilla, and I so wanted to make a joke about that, but it didn't feel like the right place.
Well, you can make a joke about it.
Yeah, here, but now I don't know if I can do it there. If they thought that would have been okay, and they might not have got the reference. I don't know.
Yeah, because they're using it in a not the right way for us in the scene. So yeah, it's kind of funny that they use that word. I was like, really? Just like Brainy Beaver uses vanilla. He says that all the time. And it's like, honey, it sounds so funny because you're not using it in our context, you know?
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Yeah. There's nothing, I'm spinning it, but there's only one topic. So
I wonder what it would be.
I wonder
too. It was going to be that. Oh my goodness.
Nasophilia.
Who knew?
Smelling things.
Yeah, it's fetishes. There's fetishes of the nose. Or noses. Fetish for noses. That's all it says.
So it's about the actual nose itself.
Yeah, I believe it's the way that people's noses look on their face, and they like large or accentuated ones.
Okay, I'm tired of getting everything wrong here.
So, would that be like the Candyman and like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Yeah, there you go. Because when I'm looking it up, it's not talking about the insertion of things into the nostrils or nose play, which is a whole nother thing, I believe. This is the attraction to noses.
Or nostrils.
Yeah, or nostrils, yes. Both of them.
I've mentioned nasal sex quite a few times on the internet, and no one ever responds. So I don't think it's a thing.
Well, I mean, doing the
someone somewhere.
Technically, I have sex with my nose all the time because doing the blockhead act, you insert things into your nasal cavity. So, yeah, I'm fucking my face. Every once in a while. I mean, I do it with a knife, but it's technically nasal play, but I don't do it for fun.
Yeah, it's not turning you on, right?
No, I mean, it tickles the back of my brain. I mean, that's kind of fun. But
that's not the same thing, though.
Wouldn't that be the front of your brain?
Well, honey, I don't really have a brain in there, so it doesn't matter what part it touches.
No. Maybe it's the underside of your brain.
Maybe.
Really?
Ooh,
the backside.
The underside of my brain. I like the way that sounds.
Maybe not.
Let me poke the underside of your brain, honey.
Yeah, I was thinking, no. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say
it. But when we were teaching somebody blockhead for the first time, we explain it as losing your nasal virginity. Because
is there a hymen up there? If there is, I must have broken it long ago.
There is a flap that you have to push your way through and get used to that feeling. So there is technically something in the way. So you actually are we call it breaking your nasal hymen because you're pushing through that cavity like it's never been pushed through before. And after you do it, it's kind of like having sex for the first time. It's really exhilarating, but it feels weird and you're not sure if you want to do it again, but you really want to, but then, you're not sure. So, yeah.
Right. Well, there's so much of that I just have to take your word on. I just...
That was more than I wanted to know.
No, but it's important that you let that out and not, not bottle that up. I mean, what am I saying?
Slim broke his nose virginity.
He popped his nose cherry?
Yes, I did. And to let everyone know, I actually stretched the cartilage inside of my face to be able to fit larger objects. So I'm not only that, I'm a size queen as well for my nose.
That's not your name. You've taken my lovely man's thrown off him. And you get size queen for your nose. So
now I'm the nasal size queen. So one night I took my forceps and I put them in my skull and I tilted my head back and I tilted down and they were a larger size than I normally had used and they fell out of my skull and I heard a snap and I saw blood on the end of them. So after I got done, I went backstage and I called my friend who's a facial surgeon and he picked up and I said, when do I need to go to the hospital if I put something in my face and there's now blood or I feel swelling? And I told him what happened and he said, he starts laughing and I go, what? Because I thought I cracked my skull, right? Because I heard a snap. He starts laughing and I go, what? What's so funny? He goes, if you would have done that, you would have been passed out. You would be in the hospital right now. You wouldn't have gotten to that point and be talking to me. And I said, well, what happened? And he says, oh, there's cartilage around your nasal cavities and those can be moved. When he does facial surgery, he will move them or take them out or reposition them or add silicone or, that's how they do nose reconstruction because the bone is there. That's not what they move. It's the cartilage that they're moving around and manipulating. So I said, so what you're telling me is I can crack the cartilage inside my skull to fit larger objects. And he goes, and I hung up. And
oh, no.
That was all you needed to know.
Yeah. So then I began.
And you were on your way.
And we're getting to know a bit too much about you, Slim.
Probably. And then 2 weeks later, I called him back and I said, so when do I know that I can't stretch it anymore? Is there a safe level or what happens if I go to the extent, the full extent. And he goes, well, you'll know. He says, you'll know. And I said, what does that mean? He goes, no, trust me, you'll know. And he hung up the phone. And I go, okay. So one day I'm sitting there and I'm messing around inside my skull, and I hit a nerve and I fell over. Like I literally, like my legs caved out from under me, and I fell over onto the ground and hit the ground. And I stood back up and I went, what the was that? And so I called him up and I said, okay, so I was messing around inside my skull and I hit a nerve and I fell over. And he goes, you hit it. He's like, yep. He's like, you got the point.
Man, that's too much.
Yeah.
So, well, at
Slim,
least
don't you have an anatomy book?
Yeah. So I knew all about most of the process and how it was done and these things, but yeah. It's not fun to hear the knife scrape against the skull. Let me just put it that way.
Oh no! See, this just brings me back to one of the other horrific feelings. So I'm just like, the backs of my legs just.
Yes, no.
Slim, you ever have a nerve conduction test done?
No.
Sorry about that.
I would love to, because I believe that my nerves. I don't think I feel pain the same way that most people do, and so.
You wanted more nips?
It's when they put needles in you.
Yeah.
And they
see how
at one end and at the other end, and they juice you with very low current.
Yeah.
But one of the things is when they get too close to the nerve, or they actually touch the nerve with the needle, it's the most painful thing that you could imagine.
Yeah, I can see that.
And they can actually tell when people are in pain from it. They can hook it up to a speaker right in the machine and you can hear the crackling and the snaps and pops, and they can tell when people are in pain, and they can actually measure it.
Yeah, I really would like to have that done, because I would really like to.
No, you don't.
I know.
You don't.
I've heard
you
that
really
it's
don't. You really don't. I've gone through it many times. You really don't.
No. You really don't.
Yeah. Okay. Well, everybody go check out my channel, Slim Living Cyborg, on the YouTubes, and I'm on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all the other thingy-mabobbers. Just Google Slim Living Cyborg and you'll see all my crap. And that's all I got to say for tonight. Thank you all very much for having me, and I hope we entertained and taught some people some information.
Terrific.
Yeah, we did.
Anyone else got anything they want to share before we turn on the outro? Anything? Or you could you could discuss it during the outro as well.
Shilling Slim, because GTA and Red Dead, we normally play that on a Sunday together.
Yes.
Very good.
Which will be a lot of fun.
Right.
And the cookies and biscuits on Slim's channel on
Saturdays, yeah. Tanner and I dress up as old ladies, and we talk coffee. Oh my god, honey!
So hilarious.
That's good stuff. I like that.
And I'll try and get my owl working properly so I can be my owl again.
Yeah. And I've been on the cookie and biscuit stream.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not my stream, but I've been there.
Yeah.
But
it's not mine either. I just be there.
On Saturday, I'm gonna be on Mega Mirror.
Oh yeah, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be sure to watch that. When's that? This Saturday?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
It is. With steaming cup of reason.
Yay.
And thank you for having me on. I learned some names and some stuff I didn't know about. I wasn't too sure about pony play and a couple of other things. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I only know a little bit about these things, I guess.
A little.
Ha, ha, ha.
Oh.
I also
Don't
I won't. Oh,
Don't be
sorry.
modest.
I'm trying not to confirm or deny most of my knowledge about anything.
Yes. I get that. But
So
that's
think
okay.
innocently. La, la,
We're
la,
not
la,
we're not
la.
judging here. There's no judgment. We're not
Yeah.
judging here. Well, whenever you're ready, I'll roll the intro. I mean outro. If I can figure out which direction we're
Wait,
going.
do
in.
the mid-tro first.
The metro. Subscribe and like a bit of tea and Danish.
Yeah, please, let me get to 200.
Yeah. We need to get to 200. Have a good celebration show.
And thank you all for coming.
Yeah, everybody dance in their seats. Come on.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.
I'm dancing.
Can't see me, but I'm dancing.
Don't turn up, but turn me on. It doesn't go with the music, but it's a song.
Yeah. And TMI will return.
That's right.
Next week.
Yeah, don't miss it. But if you do miss it, you know,
Same time, same channel, and we will be celebrating 1 year anniversary.
oh yeah, that's right. 1 year.
Yeah. This has been going on for 1 year.
I know, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So good, though.
1 year of crazy kinky talk.
Yeah.
Don't forget to hit the bell. If you want notifications. I know that sometimes doesn't always work, but that's the thing to do.
I give you sugar, pony, if you give me obedience. That is other song.
My amazing solo. Miga and eoSam.
Yeah, baby.
That's my hands clapping, by the way.
Well, we thank you all again for tuning in, so to speak.
Yeah.
Hope to see you next week.
The greatest people in our chats. You know that?
Yep.
Yep. We were close second.
Yeah. Don't forget to click the bell.
I saw what you did there, doorknob head.
Miga Sam and Geo Nuts.
Oh, and
Easy for
oh my
you
God, I
to
have
say.
thank my patrons.
That's
Thank you, Morton Nelson, Greg Hartwig, Robert X, Julie Lavoie, Mark Caesar, eoSam, Critical Triple, and Dog. Thank you for supporting me.
Thanks, all you patrons.
Bye-bye, all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
let me go